All right. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Susie Jackson, and I want to welcome you to our Nature's Frequencies product event today. We are so excited that you have joined us to discover today the power of nature's frequencies. In our presentation today, you're going to discover the secret to creating and living the energetic lifestyle to help you look and feel younger and healthier. Now, at the end of the presentation, we're going to be doing some free product giveaways, so please stay with us. And then we're also going to be announcing some exciting and special promotions. Now, during our special event today, you're going to discover how and why Nature's Frequencies developed their US patented technology, how the technology works, and what makes it different from every other technology. You'll learn why everyone needs this energetic home health and wellness technology. You'll learn how to use the Nature Frequencies products for maximum benefits and results. You'll also learn the best practices for testing Nature's Frequencies products on yourself and others. And then what results to expect from using the Nature's Frequencies products. A brief disclaimer, please note that the information regarding Nature's Frequencies products, websites, or associated materials have not been evaluated by any regulatory authority and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. This presentation should not be used as a substitute for the advice of an appropriately qualified and licensed physician or other healthcare provider. The presentation is for informational purposes only. We ask that you not post questions in the chat because we're really not set up to adequately answer those. But we do want to address all your questions. And so you can send them to office@naturesfrequencies.com and we will get the best answer possible to you. So the mission and vision of Nature's Frequencies is very exciting. Nature's Frequencies is a successful 8-year-old company that has been manufacturing and marketing many products exclusively through health and medical professionals since 2013. Nature's Frequencies offers innovative, cutting-edge health and wellness, food preservation, and EMF protection products. As a matter of fact, we are a world leader in EMF protection products. The product line includes the most advanced energetic health and wellness technology, and it's designed to balance and restore your body's natural energy flow to help your body achieve optimal health and wellness energetically. This innovative energetic technology really is the future of health and wellness, of food preservation, and EMF protection, and it is available right now. We are so fortunate to have amazing company owners that put people over profits. It's a father and son run business. Rick Hassler is our CEO and founder. He's been a successful business owner, selling his previous business as an Inc. 500 company after operating that business for 25 years. And then his son, RJ, is our president and founder. RJ is the driving force behind the company, and he created and developed this technology along with his father, Rick. We have received many awards and recognition for our patented technology. As a matter of fact, the company has been awarded 15 awards, including the very prestigious Gold Edison Award. They have been issued 6 U.S. patents for their innovative technology. There are more patents pending. They have been featured on Fox Business News and on the Stuart Varney Company. And then they have also been featured on USA Today and many other media outlets around the world for their innovation and excellence. Now, all of our technology is inspired by a genius, Nikola Tesla, who was a physicist, inventor, electrical and mechanical engineer, and a futurist. And he said something very smart. If you want to find the secrets to the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Everything, including us, has an energy factor. Nature's Frequencies has patented the process of replicating that energy factor, frequency, vibration, whatever you want to call it, from nature, and then programming them into wearable health technology. And then this wearable health technology works in harmony with the body's own innate intelligence to safely direct the right amount of energy to the right place at the right time and in the right amount. This is an amazing delivery system. So the problem that we all face is that our bodies are energy. And every day our bodies are being bombarded by internal and external stressors to that energy system, and it's coming from everywhere. Chemicals, toxins, electromagnetic radiation, stress, worry, physical trauma, emotional trauma, and more. And what happens is when your body's energy flow is drained, blocked, imbalanced, or interrupted by these stressors, then you're going to feel discomfort, fatigue, and other symptoms. When your body's energy frequencies and vibrations are recharged and balanced and optimized, well, that's when you feel healthy and energetic naturally. And that's the way we are supposed to feel. So we have the solution here, the answer. We have invented and patented the most advanced energetic home health and wellness technology that is designed to balance and to restore your body's natural energy flow to help your body achieve optimal health and wellness energetically. When you place the health and wellness technology products on your body or anywhere in your energy field, then your body absorbs those beneficial frequencies that it needs in the amount that it needs when it needs them to help you achieve and maintain optimal health, energy, and vitality naturally and energetically. Now, Nature's Frequencies Lifestyle Essentials are designed to help you live, work, play, and age with more energy and vitality. We have an array of products and we have many systems of the body and quality of life that we are addressing. And Nature's Frequencies patented technology offers unlimited possibilities for energetic home health and wellness solutions. As I said, we have an array of products that are amazing. So we're going to get to the purpose of our call today, which is an amazing guest speaker that we have. His name is Tim Coleman. He is a Nature's Frequencies Health Medical Advisory Board member, and he is actually just one of the most intentional men that you will meet. He's awesome. Tim is an energy practitioner. He has over 10 years of experience and expertise in energetic health and wellness. And he uses his expertise to get to the root cause of health issues in his practice, especially pain and trauma, so that he can help them achieve optimal emotional and physical health and well-being energetically. Tim has used the Nature's Frequencies energetic home health and home health and wellness products extensively, personally as well as professionally. So he's going to share his experience and his expertise on how to incorporate these products into a holistic lifestyle. Tim is a member of our Health and Medical Advisory Board, which consists of health professionals from various health and medical fields that assist in the formulation, the development, and the testing of our new products. Before we come on, I want to bring on and introduce to you our owners and founders, Rick and RJ Hassler. They're going to share their powerful vision and mission with you for Nature's Frequencies, and also share why they are so excited about the Nature's Frequencies why they are so excited about the Nature's Frequencies products to help you, everybody on this call today, energize your body and your life. Rick?
Hi, Susie. Thank you very much. And thank you everyone for joining us. You know, Nature's Frequency is a family-owned company run by myself and my son RJ. And we have to tell you that we really enjoy everybody that we see on Saturday. And we're going to help you guys and ladies any way we can. So we've got some amazing things coming, and I just wanted to tell you that. But, over the past 8 years, we've been manufacturing and marketing our innovative, energetic home health and wellness products for thousands of health practitioners, just like Tim Coleman, who you're going to hear from today. And we are by far a leader in energetic home health and wellness products and technology, with a mission and vision to become the world leader in energetic products and technology. And while some companies try to imitate other products, we prefer to invent, create, and innovate our own exclusive proprietary products using our own US patented technology. We have patented the process of replicating the energy and frequencies from nature and programming them into patches, cards, and substrates using our advanced US patented technology. We can basically replicate any substance in nature and program it into our holographic chips, our carbon fiber. We can program in water. Someday you may hear the story about programming it into cheese. RJ will tell you that one day. Anyways, our family owns 6 US patents, and all of our products utilize our patented technology. And we're really happy to say they're made right here in the USA. We now have 15 amazing energetic health, home, and wellness products that we manufacture, and we have a lot more coming. We have 11 distribution centers around the globe, a 12th opening soon, and with a mission to make our products available to everyone, everywhere. We've been featured in many major news outlets and medias around the world. And RJ was on Fox News live with Stuart Varney and Company. We've been in USA Today and many other publications around the world. And Susie, let's get to Tim Coleman. I got so much to talk with Tim. Tim, thank you so much for joining us. I was telling everybody, I learned so much yesterday talking to you. And I want to share this with everybody because it's important. You are a quantum energy practitioner, and please explain to us the importance of energizing the body.
Well, energy is life. So you can't do anything. The body cannot do anything without energy. So if you think about all functions require energy: digestion, detoxification, building, repairing, repairing cells. Everything needs energy. So it is everything. It's very critical.
Now,
very important.
One of the things you said is that nowadays people are going deeply in debt. Explain what you mean by that.
Yeah. People are just swiping those cards every day, just going into debt. And what I mean by that is, when we're talking about energy, you're either receiving energy or you're spending energy. And I tell that to my clients all the time when I'm talking to them about their nutrition and diet. Even in food, you're either eating energetic food or you're eating dead food that's going to pull energy away from your body. But as far as energy goes, same thing, that we live in this world where most of the things around us in our environment is constantly pulling energy from us, and we're not putting that energy back. And so when you look at it, or let's ask this question, okay, so where do we get energy? Okay, well, okay, you can get it from the sun. Most of us are not in the sun. We're in a cubicle, or we're in home, or with the quarantine and all that stuff that was going on, people are not in the sun. Okay, you get energy from the earth. So that's grounding. You have to be barefoot, walking on the natural earth, but it takes time, probably approximately about 40 minutes to get a good charge. Most of us are not doing that. We're wearing rubber-soled shoes, and we're not connected to the earth. Okay, where else do we get energy? Well, okay, we get energy from our food. Well, most of the food now is very poor. It's dead. It's been sitting on the shelf, or even if it's like fresh produce, it can come in from a different country. It gets radiated and blasted with radiation, and by the time you eat it, there's very little energy. So we're all in the same boat where there's not much energy. So we have to get it from somewhere. And in this environment that we're living in, it's everything's taking our energy, our negative EMFs, negative people, negative, the news, negative emotions. Our cars, our cars, some of these cars are like rolling cell phones. You get all this electronics you have in our homes. Think about the homes. You got electronics, you got smart meters, you got Wi-Fi, you got cellular devices. So if you look everywhere you look, these are things that are just pulling energy from us. And so that's why it's the same as if somebody's just swiping that credit card all day long. Eventually, that bill's going to come in the mail and it's not going to be pretty.
One of the things you said is, when you deplete your energy, you also age faster. Explain that a little bit.
Yeah, it's, when you look at aging, most of aging is just a breaking down of the body, oxidizing. So you're like rusting, and those cells are breaking down, and you don't have energy and you don't have the resources to replenish and rebuild those healthy cells. So it's just a continuous degrading of the body, just like a rust. I always think about you put a piece of metal furniture out in the yard, and it only takes a few days and it starts to rust. So the human body is the same way. We need resources, we need energy to keep alive, because we have all this. It's just that constant pulling of our energy, and if the body cannot repair, if it cannot detoxify, then you age fast.
One of the things when we talked, it was the negative. There's so much negative around, sucking energy from you. The EMF, the environment, even stress is really huge. Mm-hmm. So can you explain how your body actually functions better with more energy than versus without it? Like your body functions.
Well, you're what's interesting, your body has like it has a priority. So number one is survival. It's all wired into our DNA, survival. Our body has to keep those organs going, has to keep the brain going, has to keep the heart going. Well, what happens is if we're deficient in energy, then our body just focuses on what is important to keep us alive. So it'll do what it can to keep the heart going, keep the brain going, but everything else starts to go to the wayside. And that's when you'll see that in people, their skin starts to wrinkle, their hair starts to fall out, their nails start to get weak. It's in essence like your body saying, hey, I got to stay alive. I don't have energy, or I don't need healthy nails to survive. I don't need hair to live. I don't need healthy skin to survive. And you'll see that. You'll see that in people where they just start to wither and they start to break down. And that's why it's so critical that our body gets enough energy. And I see it as a big epidemic today where nobody has energy. It seems like everybody I come in contact with, they're just so deficient. And that has to be the root. That has to be the foundation. It's like this. I know we're talking, if I had you, if I asked you to come build a deck, I know you're into that kind of stuff. So I asked you to come over to my house and build a deck. And I said, okay, Rick, I got everything set up. I got all the lumber. I got all the tools. Don't worry. Just come on over and build me a deck. You come over and you go to use the saw. It's like, what's going on? It's not working. Well, I didn't tell you that my power's off, Well, how are you going to build a deck, So it's the same thing with humans. We can have all the resources. We can have all the supplements. It doesn't matter. If we don't have energy, none of that matters.
When one of the things, I got to jump to a new topic because you brought it up, but our products, I know, are helping us, you, everyone. But one of the products in particular is called Renew. And we've all noticed hair, nails, skin. Like, explain the importance for that product to do that. What does your body have to be? And why are my nails have to cut all the time? And I feel good, but right. When you just describe the hierarchy of the body, explain why this is a good thing.
Well, yeah, that is a good thing because these things are a lower priority as far as survival. So when you see your nails start to growing, that means that there's some good things going on in the inside. That means that your body has already taken that energy in and it's able to start to rebuild and replenish from the inside, which means there's already been some good things happening on a cellular level before your nails even started to grow. And I noticed that was the first thing I noticed is, geez, I just clipped my nails. Just last night, I got to cut my nails again. Well, that's great.
Right.
You know, it means that my body has now extra energy. And I noticed little things, you know, like my skin a little tighter, a little bit less wrinkled, faster recovery as far as workouts go. But yeah, the body's getting that energy that it needs, and so that it can do what it's supposed to do. The body knows how to heal itself. The body, it's a program, but most of us just don't have the energy.
You know, I learned so much speaking with you about energy, and that all of your systems use it. And when you explain about people going into deficit, I understood it. It's if you don't have enough energy, your systems aren't going to work. And then your nails and skin have no chance of getting anything because they're the last on the totem pole. The hierarchy really exists within the body to self-sustain, right?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And you think about, I deal a lot with nutritional deficiencies. A lot of people are very toxic, very toxic. A lot of people have parasite issues and bad bacteria. But again, their body needs energy. You know, we have an immune system that will handle a lot of this stuff. But if you don't have enough energy, how is the immune system going to go after the parasites? How is the immune system going to kill off some of that bad bacteria? And, and I'm constantly hearing about these new diets and this program and that program and this way of eating. And it doesn't really matter if you don't have energy. And I just see a lot of people spinning their wheels and wasting time and energy and money. And they just, a year later, they come back around, they come back in again. So, people can save themselves so much time, energy, money. If you just start with the energy first, then you go from there. Build your foundation. Don't worry about building a roof. Get your foundation, get a solid foundation, get things right, get the plumb, start there and then build up from there. And you'll see a big difference.
All right. Talking of the foundation, our products, you have a foundation. What is it? Why?
Yeah, my must-have is the energy or the earthing card, because I see that as like a power source. And just like that analogy, if you need to use a power saw, well, you need some electricity. So I use the earthing card for pretty much everything. It charges my body, grounds my body. I energize my food and my water. I use it on my clients. So that's a very good foundation. And then the EMF shields, because it's such an issue now. And if I know that there's something in my environment that's zapping my energy, well, then obviously I want to protect myself as best I can. So that's like number one and number two for me. And then nitro is definitely one of my staples, because pretty much everybody should have healthy circulation. We don't move enough. We sit too much. I was just talking to a client last night, and she shits too much. And so it's like, you don't get that circulation. And we need to get that circulation, especially to like the small capillaries. That's another thing that ties in with aging. We don't get enough circulation, and we don't get that blood is going to bring the nutrients into the tissue and feed the tissue. Well, that plays into aging and wrinkling, and you got tiny little capillaries all around your face and your eyes, and so that can help there too with the anti-aging. So that's like my foundation. And then after that, I look at more custom. What kind of issues is a person dealing with? Is it a lot of emotional stress and trauma? Is it more, do they work out a lot? Or do they have soreness from working out? Or do they, are there certain conditions, that create a lot of discomfort? Do they want to look younger? So from the foundation, then it's just, you go through the buffet and you just start to select, what do you want to accomplish?
When we also, you've got a computer that you've used for a long time that helps diagnose things. And, 10 years ago, the number one concern wasn't stress and EMF. It was other things. Now, what's your number one? What are you seeing What does it pop up a lot? And, do you hear what I hear a lot is, fatigue, brain fog, and blah, blah, just explain what you're seeing on your computer that is talking about it.
Yeah. Once I did see a big shift once, the pandemic started, because people were just indoors a lot. They were more sedentary. So I started seeing stress levels start to go up, EMF exposure going up, heavy metals going up. And now I'm seeing a lot of brain fog, fatigue. It seems like everybody's tired. And a lot of this has to do with just the environment that they're dealing with. But yeah, I would say that the EMF and the Wi-Fi, and it seems like people are just around that more. Because a lot of people are now working from home. A lot of people, maybe they had outside jobs. Now they're doing more computer jobs, and they're working remotely. And a lot of people are now in this like negative soup. It's like a Wi-Fi negative energy soup, and it's just really zapping them.
You also said that, our world has changed, and let's go to water. Talk about water. Tell us the importance of water, our bodies, and what you've seen a big change in our water.
Yeah. The water is, well, one thing to remember is water has memory. So it will record very much like the old back in the day. You could record a DVD, but water does have memory, and it will record, or it will, whatever it is around, it will imprint the energy of that. So in other words, if you're forcing water through a pipe, that's not natural. That's, nature has water flowing through like a river or bubbling up out of a spring. But nowadays what we do is we take water and we force it through a tube, and it forces it to spin in the incorrect direction. Then we put a bunch of chemicals in it, and then as it goes through and it starts collecting waste from the sewage, and then now you have pharmaceuticals in your water. So nowadays our water is really poor, and the thing with that is we're taking that into our body, and our body is mostly water, right? About 70%. So yeah, the water has gone downhill, and even people they're doing their best and they're trying to hydrate. A lot of the chemicals in the plastic bottles and the manufacturing where they fill the bottles and the energy that is in that factory, that all goes into the water. So yeah, our water is really poor. It's dead. It has a lot of negativity in it.
And with that, our body is 70% water. So our body picks up EMF every day, every minute. So Tell us how happy you were when we came up with the EMF necklace, my little tags that jingle. Why is this important, and how good is that?
Yeah, that's great. Well, I remember back when I first got the earthing card, I noticed a big difference, but just with my energy, because when the environment that I'm in, I mean, just like everybody else, I'm around computers. I can't get away from that, cell phones. Not only that, but I have a lot of my clients, they're suffering from a lot of emotional issues, trauma, and they're in a very negative state. And so once I got the earthing card, I noticed, wow, I'm not getting drained like I used to. So it served as a protection. But yeah, it's so nice having it, because a lot of time, I mean, I never forget my earthing card. I sleep with one. But a lot of my clients, they get an earthing card, but then oh man, I forgot it, or I left it in the wash, and they're distraught. So I love the pendant idea, because it's perfect. It's right there. This right here, the heart area is a very important area too. This whole area in the heart and the stomach, that's your power center. This is where so much happens, and this is where a lot of emotional stuff happens. And so having an earthing card right there is perfect.
You talked about ways to recharge the body. All right. And I love this part. So explain about like making a recharge zone, a cocoon. Explain this so everybody understands this, because this is huge.
Yeah, I think that's vital. I started realizing this when I took your advice in putting the earthing cards in my office. Not only, I know we talked about previously. First, I took the I took the food freshness card, put one underneath the chair where my client sits, one on the back of the chair, and then I also put an earthing card near the lower back, right where the spine is. And so it creates somewhat of like an energetic vortex. So it's like a force field that they can sit in, but it helps energize them. And I get much better results now, because most people, when you deal with emotional stuff, it requires energy, and most people don't have the energy. So it really helps people, helps their body to process that negative emotion. And then I put the earthing cards in the four corners of my office, and it affects the whole office. But yeah, I would recommend everybody, you really need a space for yourself, just a positive space. It doesn't, even if you're in a small apartment, it doesn't matter. You can take a chair and do what I did. You can put an earthing card or food freshness card if that's all you can do. Or, create a room, or maybe it's your bedroom. You can energize the bed so that when you're sleeping, you're getting grounded, and it helps your body process. What a lot of people don't realize also, on that note, is when you're sleeping, that's when you process, your subconscious processes. You're processing all that stuff that happened through the day. You're processing emotions. And so that's critical, that we have a place where we sleep that's grounded and it's going to charge us. But yeah, I would say, even you can add some plants. Even plants are good. That's going to give you a little bit of positive energy. You can use the earthing cards in the corners of the room. But it's really good to do something, have some space, because we're just bombarded with negativity. And that leads me to the other thought of, even in your cars, a lot of people are using electric cars. Yeah, they're great, but it's really like a rolling microwave. And you have so much electronics around you. You've got the batteries underneath the rear seat. They even, in small print, say not to let a child have extended exposure. I think it's about 2 hours. So if you're on a long road trip and you got your kid in the car seat, they're getting radiated, they're getting all that negative EMF. So it's a good idea to protect your cars if you have those type of cars. If you're a truck driver, I would say truck drivers, definitely Uber people. You got to have some of that positive energy where you're at, because you're just zapping yourself.
Tim, one of the things we also talked about is our amazing spray bottle with earthing water. What do you use it for in your office, and why? And you were talking about, like, all Uber drivers should do this, truck drivers, when you're living. Explain it. Explain the benefits and what you're doing.
Yeah, I do it when, after I get done working on a client, once they leave, I spray the chair where they were sitting. I spray it down with that, because humans, whoever is sitting in a chair, they're going to imprint wherever they are energetically, meaning where they are emotionally. They're going to imprint that right into the chair. So it's very important. So if you're a chiropractor, massage therapist, if you are a therapist, if you're working with the public in that realm, or if you have people coming into an office, it's very important to, once they leave, spray where they sit or where they were. I also spray the room in my office. I spray myself, because you have to just reset. You have to reset the room, because that's what humans do. They imprint their energetic into the chair or whatever they're around or where they sit. That's critical. And same, going back to that Uber driver situation, or if you're a taxi driver, or when you have people coming in and out of your vehicle all the time, you definitely want to spray your vehicle down. Otherwise, you're just gonna absorb all that negativity.
One of our doctors, going way back, told us about this, that he clears the room between every patient. And RJ and I didn't really understand it, and we asked him to explain it. And you pretty much just explained exactly what he was doing, because he said, look, everything stays from that person. You need to get to the root of that person, not the person before them. And you don't want the person before them affecting it. Right. So when you said you spray between every, the benefits are huge. And now let's go to the truck drivers. In the back of I drive my truck. I drive a lot of vehicles, but in my truck, I drive it a lot. I have a food freshness card right behind my seat. And every time I look at the back seat, I laugh because it's sticking out and I see it. And I wouldn't think of not driving with a food freshness card behind me. I always have an earthing card in my pocket, but I stuck one under the seat, behind the seat. How good is that for drivers that are in the car all the time?
That's a must, because even nowadays, a lot of the modern cars, there's a lot of electronics, computers, a lot of electronics going through that car. And then you have the Bluetooth system now, where you have your iPhone, or, it hooks up to the speakers. That's Wi-Fi. You're getting some radiation, you're getting some negative EMFs. So it's very critical. Not to mention, if you're making a living doing that and you're spending a long time in that vehicle, it is just zapping energy. And I've heard of people talking, man, when I drive, it just zaps me. Well, that's part of why people get so fatigued when they go on a road trip or when they drive. Some people think it's only the stress or it's because of traffic. No, it's a little bit of that, but a lot of it has to do with what that car is doing to your body.
I love the term, make yourself a recharge zone, and it can be anywhere. We've also talked about the 4 Scotch glasses with earthing card water, either with the water ran over it or the earthing card. But if people have a comfortable chair, can explain like your chair, and also explain, you had a patient that came that disappeared. I think Stacy, tell us about that. Your chair zone. But explain to people how important a recharge zone is and how to make one. Yeah,
I have some long-term clients, and I have some clients maybe I hadn't seen in a while. And once I energized my chair, I had a client that hadn't been in for a while, and as soon as they got in, they sat down. They're like, "Whoa, what's different? What's different with the room?" They could instantly feel the difference. And even people that are new, they say, "Wow!" It helps them relax so much faster, and they just say, "Wow, I just feel so peaceful right now." And it's just because of what I've got going on with all the the energized chair. But I deal with a lot of practitioners in my local area, and I send people to different practitioners for different reasons. But I had one client that went to me, and then I referred them to another practitioner for a different reason. But they said, yeah, it was just different. When I went into their office, I just didn't feel, I was at edge. I just didn't feel the same. And as I explained it, it's because they don't have all the nice little fun tools that I have, their office is obviously not grounded and energized. So, people can definitely tell a difference. But I would recommend everybody to do that. And I just thought of babies. If you have babies in cribs, there's a lot of those baby monitors that are wireless and the little cameras. You definitely want to have an earthing card or something under the baby's mat, in that little bed. Get some positive energy around your baby. That's critical too.
I learned so much from you, and how important the recharge zone really is for everyone to understand that, everyone's going into constant deficit. So I want to stress to everybody, it's not just me or you, it's the recharge zone is important. So anyways, one of the other things you were talking about is parasites, and they love lack of energy. Explain how the benefits, and a lot of people are understanding that parasites really aren't good for you. So explain a little of that, Tim.
Yeah, parasites are very opportunistic. They will go to the weak spot. They will go to the weak link. And well, if your entire body's weak, then that doesn't look very well for you. But parasites are very opportunistic, and they do like that low, dense energy. And that's why a lot of times when people start using the products, they might stir up their parasites. But it's important to energize your body. You want to create an environment that is uncomfortable for the parasites. So the higher the vibrational frequency, the less they will like it. And that can also give your immune system the energy it needs to go after those little critters. And the same thing with bad bacteria, and also that on that thought, because I deal a lot with emotion, and when we hold on to negative emotion, it creates weak links. and it will weaken the part of the body where that emotion is. And so having the products, that's another benefit. Like when the people, feel my chair and they feel the difference, because what it's doing is it's putting energy into their body, and it allows their body to process that energy. Because when you have an opposing energy, so you have the earthing card or food freshness card, the products, that's a good positive high frequency. You have like a negative emotion, like stress, anger, trauma, that's negative energy. So when you have those two energies come together, you have a canceling effect. You go back to 0 point. I just call it 0 point energy field. So that's another benefit. For example, if I have a lot of trauma, or if I'm very depressed or I'm sad, that's an energy, that's a frequency, it's affecting my body. I have my energy card on and I've got some of the products on. Okay, now that's an opposing energy. And so it will help cancel out or neutralize some of that negative energy, which is pretty fascinating.
One of the things you mentioned is your tools, and our products being one of them. You test a bazillion products from everyone. Mm-hmm. And before you always used to keep track. What happened when you kept track of Nature's Frequencies products? What happened?
After it was just kept, I 48, 49, 50, just after like 50 people, and I was getting positive results. I stopped counting, but I just wasn't used to that at all. I could pretty much shoot a hole in everything. I see so many products on Instagram and, supplements and just all kinds of stuff. And I have people come in and they have these inferior, it's kind of funny, these EMF blockers and this energy pendant, and it's going to do amazing things. And, wow, it's cool. I only paid, $7.99 for it, or $19.90. I was like, so I test it and it's junk. It doesn't do anything. And I'll test them. I'll show them. Say, here, hold it. And their body goes weak. And then I hand them my card or something, like, whoa. So yeah, I test this stuff all day long. But yeah, the positive results, I just stopped counting. But that's great. I'm not used to it, but it's great. I'm loving it.
I love a success rate. Whenever I heard it was like 48 or 50 and 0, you win. Rick, you won.
Yeah.
And
the EMF, the EMF shield, that's I have a lot of that. I have a lot of conversations with that too. And people are always asking me about that. And I'm always testing their products against these products. And, and then I asked him, I said, well, is it patented? Is there any science behind it? Is there any studies? Most of this stuff, they don't have the science and studies. They're not patented. And that's a big thing that, I want to, bring out to people is, if a product is good, they're going to have the laboratory, they're going to have your some scientific results. And if somebody goes through the trouble of getting something patented, then obviously it's a legitimate product.
Right. It's not easy to get a U.S. patent, and it takes years, and it is not cheap, I assure you. One of the things that you have to explain to people is you've dealt with supplements. And people don't understand that your body needs to process a supplement. If you have no energy, you can't process it.
Right.
But what percent of supplements are you really processing? And explain why you like our delivery system. It kind of goes together.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's a good point. If you don't have enough energy, then nothing else matters. So that's step one. But let's say if you do have enough energy, then you have to look at there's so many factors when it comes to supplements, the manufacturing process, binders and fillers, and the energetics of the actual company. And so a lot goes into that, but yeah, on average, it's about 8 to 10% absorption rate. And then also you got to remember, the liver, when you take it, the liver strips everything, pulls it apart, restructures it. And so there's a lot that goes on, and that's also a drain on the body. My mom had that problem. She just had tons and tons of supplements, and she was wondering why she wasn't feeling well and she was tired. I said, Mom, look at you. You're spending all your energy trying to break down all this stuff. So yeah, it's about 8 to 10%. And that's why this delivery system is superior, because you're bypassing that system. You're bypassing the liver, and you're going directly into the energetic body. You're going directly, on a cellular and energetic level. So you don't have that. You don't have the spikes, where some people take a product. So for example, some products have like niacin, which is, nothing wrong. Niacin's good for you. But sometimes it will give you a flushing, and then people freak out and go, oh no, I'm allergic. And, then they pull out the Benadryl, all it is it's just, you get all the niacin that hits the bloodstream fast. And it's, you get that spike, and then it starts to taper and balance out. With this, it's nice. You don't have that. It's just a consistent, it's like a drip system, like in a garden. It just drips, and it's just getting just enough water just to keep everything nice and balanced.
A lot of the things you see is stress, and people get drained from stress. And I got to tell you, with our products, we talked about a veg day. I don't need a veg day. You don't need a veg day. Explain what we're talking about so people understand. Like a lot of people used to need a day, Sunday off, Saturday. You too. Explain this, because when you said that, I was fascinated, because I don't need a veg day. I don't need I'm not doing anything today day. Why don't I need that, Tim?
Yeah, because your body gets overwhelmed, and these are people that are just in debt. They've been swiping that card all week, and by the time Saturday, Sunday comes around, they just want to crash. And I had this early on in my practice. I would travel out of town and work for 3 days straight, and I would see people, just all day long. But I would get so drained that Sunday, when I come back into town, I would just have to I'd literally just like a coma. I would just sit there and have to zone out. But now I notice that I don't need that, because I'm having the energy, and also in my line of work, it's giving me what I need to process. So I'm able to process, like if I was a computer, I'm able to process so much faster. And I don't have to have that veg day, because I'm getting the energy, and I'm staying balanced and grounded, which is really critical. And also on that note, with negative people, negative emotions, the more grounded you are and the higher your frequency is, you're going to repel some of those people. And because that's how energy works, like attracts like. And so that's another added benefit on more of a relationship and human level. When you are charged and your vibration is higher, you're going to repel negative people, and which is nice, because less drama, less issues, less negativity. And that's really nice too.
One of the things you also spoke about is the 3 basic root causes of issues and symptoms. Can you explain that? Because this is really important, because energy also affects that. Explain the issues.
Yeah, I love simplicity, and I like keeping things simple. And that's what when I have clients come in, I break it down real simple. There's 3 main root causes of all issues or symptoms. And that's in no certain order, but nutritional deficiencies, toxicity, emotional stress, and trauma. And I'll add in the 4th one, now that we live in this world with all the electronics and Wi-Fi, but I would kind of put that into the toxicity category. And that's really it. That's as simple as that. But when you look at those, you still need energy to address those. So if you look at even deficiency, even if you're taking in good food, you still need energy to break it down and to utilize it. And a lot of the food is not charged. That's why I charge my food. And then you look at toxicity. If you're toxic, you still need energy. If you have emotional stress and trauma, you need energy to process it and deal with it. So it goes back to energy. But yeah, those 3 things, that's all you really need to do, is just focus on those 3 things.
And one of the things you also mentioned is your body needs to get nutrients and detoxify. And how important is it to process the nutrients? Without energy, what are you going to get out of it? Whether it's a supplement or food, explain it. The nutrients, basically what you just said about your mom. Your mom was busy trying to process supplements, but the processing of that took all of her energy and wiped her out.
Yeah,
So,
it's just like if you have a factory, a manufacturing plant, you know, and then the power goes on, off throughout the day, it's going to make a mess. Same thing with the body. If you can't process, what happens is that's why people are so toxic. The body does not have enough energy to do everything it needs to do. So it's kind of like, you know, it's like if you have a project at your house, you kind of come over here and you start folding laundry, and then you get interrupted, and then you go over here and you paint a little part of your room, and then you go back and, you know, you try to organize the garage, and then you run back here and nothing gets done. And it's the same thing inside the body. The body just simply does not have enough energy. So all these projects inside the body just start stacking up to where it becomes overwhelming. And that's when people start getting serious symptoms. You know, it's a warning sign. It's a check engine light on in your car. The body is saying, warning, warning, hey, help, you know, something's out of balance. And we get very toxic. And then it's just a downhill from there.
You know, when one of the big things we've talked about is sleeping, I sleep with an earthing card under my pillow, 3 food freshness cards under my mattress pad, and I wake up like $1 million. Mm-hmm. Now, you actually mentioned something that kind of blew my mind about explain what you did.
Yeah, I was when I first started using the products. So I, you know, used the nitro and everything, and then I started sleeping with the earthing card. And what happened is I would always put it in a sock on my right foot. And so what I noticed is I started getting this little lump on my foot, and it was almost like a wart or like a callus. And it, you know, then it kept getting bigger and bigger, and then it started getting sore. And then eventually I went down there, and I opened it up, and it was like a chunk of Himalayan salt. That's what it looked like. But what I did is I tested it, and what it was is crystallized virus. So what I realized is what I was doing is I was giving my body the energy it needed, and my body chose that route because that was the most energy is right on that right foot. And that's where we detox. We detox a lot through our feet. And so what I did is I opened up that channel, and the body saw that as the best channel to push all that crystallized virus right out of my body. That was eye-opening for sure.
When you told me that, I'm like, what? Anyways, you said your body's an amazing thing. It wants to protect you. It wants to heal. It's designed to heal itself. But if you don't give it energy, can't do any of the above.
Right.
All right. I need you to tell another funny story. You've enjoyed our products, and as you're on our advisory board, I send you things before anybody else. Mm-hmm. I sent you Balance Plus before anybody else. What happened?
Yeah, I feel a little guilty. I felt like a drug dealer, like I was doing something wrong. No, it's really because I deal with the worst of the worst traumas you could ever imagine. And so I didn't really see a need for myself, and I wasn't really using the product at first. So I have so many test subjects. So I was, handing them out to these people that had the most severe trauma, and they were sending me text messages like, wait, what is that? Wow, I love it. I feel balanced. I can sleep. I feel calm. And I just had people asking for it, and it was just nothing but positive. So I realized it had a really good effect with people that have a lot of emotional issues. But then even I said, well, okay, I'm curious. And so I tried it, just curious. Hey, let's try it out. And I put them on, and then I only had like 4 hours sleep. It was a stressful day. Next day I went to the gym, and I'm like, man, I'm just like going through this workout, and I should be dragging. And then, I'm looking down, and I've got them on my wrists, and I'm like, oh, that's what's going on. Even though I didn't think, I had a lot of trauma, but what it was doing is I see that it was help balancing my emotional issue. It was helping me balance that stress that I was feeling so that I wasn't wasting so much energy, because that's what it does. When we hold on to emotion and we're stressed, we just waste energy. And so then my body was able to use that energy for my workout. But yeah, if anybody has any kind of like emotional stress, trauma, you gotta try that product. That's a great product.
It would, just so people understand, it wasn't for sale yet. And they're like, I went online, I can't buy it. Tim's like, Rick, can you please send me some more? And it was a riot because it seems like I felt like a drug dealer. Everybody wanted this and they can't buy it anywhere. They can only get it from me, but they really liked it.
Right.
You know, you have one favorite line of mine also, something about a meat suit. Can you explain that?
Yeah, that's how I see humans. We're all just, and we are really more of an energetic body just wrapped in this meat suit. That's the way I see it.
I love it.
Good way of seeing it.
You know, Tim, I can't thank you enough. I hope everyone understood the importance of energy and what our products bring to help your body restore that. Is there any other final things you want to say to everybody? And thank you again from all of us.
Yeah, one thing that just popped into my head, and there's probably usually a reason why it pops into my head. There's so much talk, and I talk a lot to people about the whole self-improvement arena, law of attraction, and all that kind of stuff. But just to simplify this, the products, especially the earthing card, that will enhance whatever you're trying to do. If you're trying to improve things in your life, again, remember, like attracts like. So if we're negative, low energy, we're going to experience negative things and low energy people and circumstances. If we have high energy and high vibration, we're going to experience more high vibration experiences and opportunities. And I've definitely seen it for myself and my clients.
Well, thank you again, Tim. We all thank you. Susie, it's back to you. Tim, as always, it's a pleasure. Thank you again from all of us.
Yeah, it really gives a lot of meaning to that saying, good vibrations, right?
Right.
Good vibrations. And this has been so amazing. And Tim, I just want to thank you so much today for sharing your experience and your expertise to really help us live with more energy and more vitality and just get more out of life. And of course, we always want to thank Rick and RJ for sharing your mission and vision and bringing this to a place that we can, benefit so greatly from all these products. So we are really excited to be a part of your vision and your mission to share these products with the world. So everybody, as you can see, these Nature's Frequencies Lifestyle Essentials, you heard Tim talk about it, are really designed to help you live, breathe, work, play, move, and even age with more energy and vitality. And we recommend that everybody on this call try all of these lifestyle essentials. We are excited to offer some amazing product promos so that you can experience the powerful benefits of the Nature's Frequencies Energetic Home Health and Wellness product line that, like I said, are designed to help you live better. So there's a couple of options for getting our products. One is you can shop and save, get some great prices as a customer, okay? And then you can share the gift of health with your family and friends. Or option number two is you can shop and save, and you can do it as a brand partner, where you not only have access to all the products at wholesale, but you can be generously rewarded for sharing these amazing lifestyle products.